Hi everybody, this is Avrohom Czapnik from the Jewish Learning Exchange. I hope you and yours are well. We continue to pray for the remains of the hostages as well as the full and speedy recovery of all the hostages. Thank God that are home. This week's Torah portion is Parshat Vayera, and in it has some very important commandments, mitzvos, that we should emulate. It has the mitzvah of Hachnasas Orchim, Avram inviting guests, and even though it was challenging for him because he had just been circumcised, but he still ran to take care of his guest. And we find Bikur Cholim visiting the sick. The Almighty himself comes to visit Avram. These are important commandments that we should try to emulate. What is interesting, though, is something curious about when Avram invites the guests. He tells them he's offering them bread to eat. And in fact, when they agree to come, he serves them a banquet. He serves them cream and milk first, and then later on meat. It was a full meal. Why did he only say bread when in fact his intention was to give them a full banquet? And our sages tell us that the righteous, Emar Ma'atva, say harbe. They say little but do a lot. And this is a beautiful idea of teaches us humility and teaches us about the right thing to do, lower expectations, and to give people more than they expect. And that's exactly what Avram did. And I'm going to give you two examples of some very special people that showed great sensitivity for others. One man had a very open home and had many guests coming to his home for Shabbos, for Shabbat. And one day at the meal, he had an extra plate at the table, extra setting. And one of the guests said, "Why do you have the extra setting?" And he says, "Because there may be another guest that comes, and I want them to feel welcome. So I want them to, oh, you're here, let's go get a plate. No, we're already expecting you. The plate's there, the settings are there. Come sit down and join us for the meal." Now, great sensitivity to just set out another plate just in case. There's a famous, beautiful story of the Beis Halevi, great rabbi in Eastern Europe, and a blacksmith came to him with a question before Passover and says, "Rabbi, could I use milk for the 4 cups of wine?" Interesting question. And the rabbi said, "No, you can't use milk. The custom is to have 4 cups of wine and Passover. And here, let me give you some money so you can get some wine." So, no, I didn't come to ask charity. Just asked for a question about Jewish law. The rabbi said, "It's okay. It's a loan. When you'll have the money, you'll pay me back." Understanding that probably he won't, but that's okay. And he gave him 25 rubles. And the man left happily with the loan. And the rabbi's wife asked him, "Why did you give him 25 rubles? Wine, cost, 2 or 3 rubles. He could have enough wine for his family." He says, "If he's asking me about milk for the 4 cups, and I checked with him and said, is it because you have a health issue?" He said, "No, I just can't afford to have wine for the whole family." Then I understood that he doesn't have money for any food for the Seder, for the Passover meal, because he's not going to have milk and meat together. That's not kosher. And it means he's really in bad shape. So I gave him 25 rubles, not only for the wine, but also to be able to provide for his family. So thinking not just linearly, the question was asked, I'm going to give the answer, but rather thinking in a deeper way of what can I do to make somebody feel comfortable? What can I do to see the deeper need? And in the case of the first example, the host who set a table for the person who may just walk in and make him feel comfortable. In the case of the Beis Halevi, where he gave him more than what he asked, answered the Jewish law question, no, milk can't be used for the 4 cups, and here's money for the wine, and without saying it for anything else you need. May the Almighty help us that we do the right thing, but not only do the right thing, but also think how we can do it even better. In Avrahom's case, he said a little and gave a lot. And the examples of the other people who thought a little bit out of the box to make people more comfortable and to make it more special for people. When we do that for everybody we come in contact with, have a wonderful Shabbos. All the best.